Hi, I'm Joe with Seasons Hospice, and I'd like to take a moment and share with you a little bit about us. We are a faith-based nonprofit hospice in Springfield, and we have been serving Greene and surrounding counties in southwest Missouri since 2004. We at Seasons are dedicated to making you or your loved one's final stage of life as fulfilling and comfortable as possible. Although it can be a very demanding and difficult time in life, we have a heartfelt desire and resources to provide loving support. And we do that with a remarkable team of caring professionals. A scripture that I feel is relatable to end of life and the work that we do is Ecclesiastes 3:1, and it's written, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." And we at Seasons feel that when it is someone's end of life time, it is our purpose to meet them where they are, provide comfort, to bring compassion, and most of all, to share hope.
Hi, my name is Melissa, and I am a nurse with Seasons Hospice. I love what I do. I love being a hospice nurse. I cannot express to you the joy that fills my heart when I can help take care of someone who's at this really fragile time in their life. And also, I get to take care of their families and sometimes the staff in the facilities, all the people that are around this patient who love them. I get to love on them too. I love hospice so much that I think it's what God created me to be. One of the things that I like to do is sing to my patients. Singing, it touches a different part of your brain, and it can change a room. And because of the age of most of the population I work with, they love the old hymns. My daddy's favorite was "In the Garden." And he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own. Oof, I love those words. Every time I sing those words, it just gets me right here. And I know that when I'm singing to a patient and they're getting ready to pass, I truly believe that they can still hear. Did you know that the last sense that you leave is your hearing, because it takes absolutely no energy whatsoever? It just kind of rolls in. I think that's one of the reasons I love to sing to them. I also like to talk to people about the dying process. And I know you're thinking, oh, well, that's weird. Why would she want to talk about that? I love to talk about it because it just shows God's handiwork. Did you know that when you were born, your body already knows how it wants to die? Because God, in his immense love for us, designed our bodies to pass away in our sleep with no pain and anxiety. And that's why when you ask 99% of people, how do you want to die? And they go, well, I want to die in my sleep. And that's true because that's how God designed us. If you understand what happens with the body and the way God loved us so much that he built this into us genetically, it just makes it a little less scary. I would love to share this with you now. So you have this life, and then you either have an injury or a disease that is so strong that you're just not going to recover from it. And the body senses this. And one of the things that you'll notice is that the person starts eating and drinking less. And that's because the body is trying to protect itself. So you'll notice they're not eating and drinking as much, they're sleeping more. All of that is very natural. And then as they get closer to passing, you'll notice they eat very little. And the reason being, Since everything in your body is getting weaker because you're getting ready to pass away, your digestive system is too. And if you have food in your stomach and in your digestive system and it's too weak to process it completely, because of the warmth and the moisture in your gut, it can actually ferment. And fermentation causes pain or gas, and gas causes pain. And the body doesn't want pain. So it naturally protects itself by stopping your appetite so that you can only eat what you can truly digest. Another thing that happens with malnutrition at the very end of life, and I just think this is so cool, the calcium that's normally stored in your bones, it leaks into your veins. And as it circulates your body, it makes you sleepy. Can you see how that's built into our bodies? Also, you'll notice that they don't want to drink hardly anything, and there's a reason for that too. Dehydration at the end of life is actually easier for the body. Not for us as healthy people, but when someone's body is getting ready to pass away, it wants to be dehydrated. Because when this happens, our brain chemicals change and we start releasing these chemicals that help take away pain and anxiety. This is our body literally getting us pain and anxiety free and sleepy so we can just pass away in our sleep. Now, this is really important. And if you're watching this video, please do not stop right here. Listen just a little bit longer. If this person has an injury or a disease that causes pain or anxiety, like cancer or COPD or chronic back pain, any of those things, those natural chemicals will not be enough. And that's why we give medications at the end of life. We actually call them comfort medications. And one of them is liquid morphine. And I know people are scared of morphine because, yes, it does get misused. But at the end of life, it is actually a wonderful drug to use because not only does it take away pain, it also relaxes smooth muscles, and your lungs are made of smooth muscles. So it helps them billow easier because they're relaxed. And then usually we give lorazepam, which is for anxiety. Those medications we have to have an order for from the doctor. And if they're given like the doctor's orders, they won't keep them here longer or they won't hasten their death. They will just keep them comfortable so that the body can go into that gentle sleep and then go into a deeper sleep and then just slip away. Isn't that beautiful? All of us are going to die. But if you understand how God created our bodies, how much He loves us, that He built this into us, and if you follow the doctor's orders, you can have, hopefully, a very peaceful death. That's what we all want. And especially with hospice on board, like Seasons where I work, they give me all the tools that I need to care for people. They give me a medical director. We can use other doctors. We have a chaplain and social workers and bath aides who are so kind and sweet, and nurses. There's so much love and support that goes with hospice care. And people are scared of the word, and they shouldn't be. The disease, the injury, that is what's scary. But hospice, that's just love. That's just love and extra care, and it's free. I love hospice. Both of my parents and my sister have been on hospice, and I've seen it from all sides. I had a beautiful experience. I had one that I would consider cold, and then I had one, my mama, who got better and came off service. There are no downsides to hospice. I guess what I want you to take away from listening to me talk so much, and by the way, thank you for your time for listening to me. If you think that you might benefit from hospice, please don't let the word scare you. In 13 years, I've never had one person tell me, I wish I would have waited to go on hospice. It's always the exact opposite. I wish I would have been on hospice sooner. I had no idea how much help it was. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. and I have the privilege of serving as one of the chaplains here on the team at Seasons Hospice. And when I think of Seasons Hospice, what I think of is the idea of story. And the most important story for us here at Seasons is the story of Jesus. Now, of course, that story results in our salvation, but also our motivation. You see, as a Christian hospice, we desire to be the hands and the feet of Jesus. And so that brings us to the next story, your story, and the story of your family member. And we don't take it lightly when you invite us to be a part of that story. As a chaplain, I get to sit with people and I get to hear how God has worked through their story all through their lives. It's one of the joys of my work. And I get to see and celebrate the fingerprints of God all through that story. And it's no small matter when you invite us to be a part of your story in the most significant ending chapters of the lives of your family members. And we take that as an honor and a joy. And so we thank you in that. And we invite you to allow us to just enjoy and join in being a part of that story.
So Lonnie, tell me about your job here at Seasons. What do you do? And tell me about being a volunteer coordinator.
Okay, what I get to do here is bless people every day. And that happens through meeting new friends in the community. I meet them at churches, senior center, just various places. And when they express a desire that they would like to volunteer, then I share with them our message, which is we provide companionship for our patients either in the facilities or at home. We give much needed rest to the caregivers. That is a big important thing that we do because a lot of our people are doing this alone and we don't want anybody to be alone. We want to be helpful and be there as Jesus would. That is our whole ministry here, is why we do this, is for our love of the Lord. So our patients benefit from that when we go into this as a service. And we have various things that would meet anyone's talents. We have pet and music therapy. We have companionship visits. We have chores that people need done, cooking, cleaning, mowing someone's grass. Whatever it is that you have that you want to bring to the table, we make it fit into somebody else's life. So I would invite you to come and join us, and you will receive blessings as you give service also.